to paradise.
This is hell.
48 degrees in the shade.
A bath?
Police won't let us. No bathing here.
Could we pick fruit off the tree? Off that table there?
They'd be onto us.
I can't function. I'm going to quit.
Well, they'd definitely have you then. And you wouldn't have anything to eat.
Nothing to eat? We who work hardest get the least food, and the rich, who do nothing, get the most. Is this not injustice? What would the daughter of heaven say to that?
I can say nothing at all. But tell me, what have you done that has caused you to be like this?
What have we done? We've been born poor, questionable parenting, maybe punished a couple times.
Punished?
Yes, the unpunished hang out in the casino up there instead.
Is that true?
On the whole, yes.
You mean to say that every man at some time has deserved to go to prison?
Yes.
You too?
Yes.
And they can't bathe in the sea?
Yes. Even clothed. Unless you take your life, you get fined. And even then, sometimes.
What about outside of the city, out of the country?
There is nowhere for them. The land is all fenced in.
I mean in the free, open country.
No such country exists. It all is owned by someone.
Even the sea, the great, vast sea.
Even that. You can't just sail around anywhere. You have to record it and tell someone and pay a nice little fine.
This is not paradise.
I'm glad you see it.
Why don't humans try to improve their lot?
Oh, they try. It's true. But if you try, you are thrown in either the madhouse or the prison.
Who puts them in prison?
The right-minded.
Who sends them to the madhouse then?
Their despair.
Has the thought not ever occurred to anyone that perhaps it's this way simply because that's how it has to be?
Those who are well off tend to think that. Yes.
That it is all right as it is.
But we are the foundations of the society. If the coal is not unloaded, there will be no fire, no steam, no electricity. Darkness and cold will descend on everyone.
Can't you help them, Agnes? The fact that conditions cannot be quite the same for everyone, I understand. But why should they differ so widely? And here come two fancy ducks waddling out for their daily leisure.
Will you join us for a game?
No. I must take a walk so I can eat something for dinner.
So that he can eat something?
So that he can...
The children cry when they see us.
Damn it all. I guess we'll have to pull out the scaffolds soon.
Damn it, I say too.
Yes, it is all wrong. But all humankind isn't bad. But the government...
This is not paradise!
More like hell.
Where are we going?
Far away from the noise and lament of humankind. To the end of the ocean. We call this cave Indra's Ear because it is where the King of Heaven is said to listen to the complaints of all mortals.
What? In this place?
Do you see how this cave is built like a shell? Yes, you can see it. Do you know that your ear, too, is built in the form of a shell? You know it, but have not thought it. Have you never held a shell to your ear and listened and heard the ripple of your heart blood, the humming of your thoughts in the brain, the snapping of 1,000 little worn-out threads in the tissues of your body? You hear all that in a shell like this. Imagine how much more you hear in one this size.
I hear nothing but the whispering of the wind.
Let me interpret it. Born beneath the clouds of heaven, driven we were by the lightnings of Indra, bound to the sand-covered earth, straw from the harvested fields soiled our feet, dust from the high roads, smoke from the cities, foul-smelling breaths, fumes from cellars and kitchens. Oh, flapping our wings and laving our feet. Lord of the heavens, hear our sighing. Unclean is the earth, evil is life, neither good nor bad can men be deemed as they can. They live one day at a time. Sons of dust, through dust they journey, born out of dust, to dust they return. Given they were for trudging feet, not wings for flying. Dusty they grow, lies the fault then with them or with thee?
Thus I heard.
Hush, the winds are still singing. We winds that wander with the airs of spring, bear with us men's lament. You have heard us during gloom-filled fall nights, in chimneys and pipes, in keyholes and door cracks. When the rain wept on the roof, heard us you have. In the snow-clad pine woods, mist wintry gloom, heard us you have. Crooning and moaning, in ropes and rigging, on the high-heaving sea. It was we, the winds, offspring of the air, who learned how to grieve within human breasts, through which we passed in sick rooms on battlefields, but mostly where the newborn whimpered and wailed at the pain of living. We with the winds, we are running and whistling. Oh,
I feel I have read it.
hush, now the waves are singing. We waves that are rocking the winds to rest, green cradles we waves, wet are we and salty, leap like the flames of fire, wet flames are we, burning, extinguishing, cleansing, replenishing, bearing, engendering. We waves that are rocking the winds to rest. False waves and faithless are everything on earth that is not burned is drowned by the waves. Look at this. See what the sea has taken and spoiled. Nothing but the figureheads remain of the sunken ships, and the names. Justice, friendship, golden peace, hope. This is all that is left of hope, of fickle hope, railings, tholes, bales. And here's the lifebuoy which saved itself and let distressed men perish.
Here is the name-board of the ship Justice. That was the one which left Fair Haven with the blind man's son on board. It is lost then. And with it are gone the lover of Alice, the hopeless love of Edith.
The blind man. Fairhaven. Oh, I must have been dreaming of them. And the lover of Alice. Plain Edith. Foulstrand and the quarantine. Sulphur and carbolic acid. The graduation in the church. The lawyer's office. The passageway in Victoria. The growing castle and the officer. I've dreamt it all.
It wasn't one of my poems.
You know then what poetry is?
I know what dreaming is, but what is poetry?
Not reality, but more than reality. Not dreaming, but daylight dreams.
And the humans think that we poets are only playing, that we invent, make believe.
Unfortunate it is, my friend. Otherwise everybody would be stretched out on their back, staring into the sky. Nobody would be touching plough or spade, hammer or plane.
And you say this as the daughter of heaven, you who belong in part up there.
You do right in reproaching me. Too long have I stayed down here taking mud baths like you. My thoughts have lost their power of flight. There's clay on their wings, mire on their feet, and I myself. I'm sinking. Oh, help me, Father, Lord of the heavens. I could no longer hear his answer. The ether no longer carries the sound from his lips to my ear's shell. The silvery thread is snapped. Woe is me, I am earthbound.
Do you mean to ascend? Soon?
As soon as I burn my body, even the waters cannot cleanse me. But why are you questioning me like this?
Because I have a prayer.
What kind of prayer?
A written supplication from humanity to the ruler of the universe, formulated by a dreamer.
To be presented by whom?
By you.
Can you repeat what you have written?
I can.
Speak it then.
Better that you do it.
Where can I read it?
In my mind. Or here, I've written it down.
I shan't need it written down. Why must you be born in anguish? Why, O man-child, must you always wring your mother's heart with torture when you bring her joy maternal, highest happiness yet known? Why to life must you awaken, why to light give natal greeting with a cry of anger and of pain? Why not meet it smiling, man-child, when the gift of life is counted in itself a boon unmatched? Why, like beasts, are we becoming, we of race divine and human? Better garment craves the spirit than one made of filth and blood. Need a god his teeth be changing, thus begins the human journey o'er a road of thorns and thistles if a beaten path be offered. It is named at once forbidden. If a flower you covet, straightway you are told it is another's. If a field should bar your progress, and you dare to break across it, you destroy your neighbour's harvest. Others, then your own will trample that the measure may be evened. Every moment of enjoyment brings to someone else a sorrow, but your sorrow gladdens no one, for from sorrow naught but sorrow springs. Thus, you journey till you die, and your death brings others bread. Is that how you choose to address the Almighty?
It is hard to figure out how to write in a way that will carry to heaven.
I will take it there.
What is that floating there? A boy?
Yes,
It looks like Lung with a windpipe.
'tis the watchman of the seas. When danger is abroad, it sings.
It seems to me as if the sea were rising and the waves growing larger.
Not unlikely.
There's a ship bearing down upon a reef.
What ship can that be?
The ghost ship of the seas, I think.
What ship is that?
The Flying Dutchman.
Oh, that one. Why is he punished so hard, and why does he not seek harbour?
Because he had 7 faithless wives.
And for this he should be punished?
Yes, all the right-minded condemned him.
Strange world this, and all these right-minded, that how can he then be freed from his curse?
Freed? Oh, they take good care that none is set free.
Why?
Because, no, it is not the Dutchman. It is an ordinary ship in distress. Why doesn't the boy cry out now? Look, how the sea is rising. How high the waves are. Soon we will be unable to get out of the cave. Now the ship's sail is ringing. Soon we'll have them figure out for our grotto. The crew is signalling to us, but we are doomed ourselves.
Do you not wish to be set free?
Yes, of course, eventually I wish it. But not just now, and not by water. Now they are crying aloud, and so is the sea. But no one can hear them.
Who is that out there?
Walking on waters. There is only one who's ever done that, and it is not Peter, the rock, for he sunk like a stone.
Can this be he?
It is he, the crucified,
Why? Tell me, why was he crucified?
because he wanted to set free
Who was it? I've forgotten that crucified him.
the right-minded.
What a strange world.
The sea is rising. Darkness is closing in upon us. A storm is growing. The crew scream with horror at the sight of the Saviour. And now they are leaping overboard for fear of the Redeemer. Now they are crying because they must die. Crying when they are born, crying when they die.
If I could only be sure that it is a ship.
Really? I don't think it is a ship at all. It is a 2-storied house with trees in front of it. And a telephone tower. tower that reaches up into the skies. It is a modern Tower of Babel sending wires to the upper regions to communicate with those above.
Child, the human thought needs no wires to make a way for itself. The prayers of the pious penetrate the universe. It cannot be a Tower of Babel, for if you want to assail the heavens, you can only do so with prayer.
No, it is no house, no telephone tower. Don't you see?
What are you seeing?
I see an open space covered with snow, a drill ground. The winter sun is shining from behind a church on the hill, and the tower is casting its long shadow on the snow. Now a troop of soldiers come marching across the grounds. They march up along the tower, up the spire. Now they have reached the cross, but I have a feeling that the first one who steps on the gilded weathercock at the top must die. Now they're near it. A corporal is leading them. Ha! There comes a cloud sweeping across the open space, and right in front of the sun, of course. Now everything's gone. The water in the cloud put out the sun's fire. The light of the sun created the shadow of the tower, but the shadow of the cloud swallowed the shadow of the tower. The shadow of the tower